Imagine, if you will, a university that reinforces America's greatest competitive advantage by requiring creativity and innovation of every student. And imagine how much fun we could have working together to make RIT the university that captures the new high ground in higher education.
He arrived on a mission to tap our imagination and whet an appetite for achieving all things possible.
It's 1.8 amp hours.
Over the 10 years that followed, President Bill Destler nurtured that vision, hastening a new reality for Rochester Institute of Technology. Change emerged that first year through an aggressive plan to unite RIT's unique blend of assets.
That is so cool!
An annual showcase of science and technology, accompanied by the design and creative arts, took shape in the launch of Imagine RIT. Alumnus Paul Solt enjoys fond reflections of the university's Innovation and Creativity Festival and his experience as a student exhibitor. He marvels at the event's enduring success and its ability to energize the campus.
Imagine RIT has been successful in enabling people to work together, to collaborate outside the classroom, which I think is so important.
Today, Solt is training clients to create apps. He says the chance to interact with festival visitors helped ignite his career passion.
That's why I've enjoyed making apps and demoing them at Imagine RIT, because I can watch people play, and it's just exciting.
I think it makes RIT stand out.
Missy Miller and the members of Hot Wheels are a popular addition to Imagine RIT. The Formula team provides role models for many of the event's youngest visitors.
I think it really makes an impact to see that many girls standing up there in a leadership role in something challenging like this in STEM.
Now 60 members strong, this national championship squad credits President Destler for helping launch Hot Wheels and remaining their most ardent fan.
You can be walking down the quarter mile and you can be in a Hot Wheels shirt, and it's like right after we got back from competition and he's like, "Congratulations, you guys did great." And you're like, "Me? What?" It's so great.
From gender to geography, RIT is motivated to break down the potential barriers to educational access. The Rochester City Scholars Program, launched by President Destler and Dr. Rebecca Johnson in 2010, makes an RIT education possible for, so far, more than 120 City High School graduates. Among them, Sam McLaren. He originally saw the military as his sole pathway to a college degree. Now, this proud RIT alum is climbing the professional ranks at a local medical laboratory.
I'd probably actually be working at the machine shop that my dad works at now, and without the Rochester City Scholars Program, I would not be as happy as I am right now.
Another hallmark of the university's culture of innovation is the range of partnerships that open exciting frontiers, initiatives such as the alliance with Rochester Regional Health. The College of Health Sciences and Technology, RIT's 9th college, is a direct result of that collaboration. The school applies innovative methods to healthcare delivery while providing its students with unlimited access to hands-on, real-world training.
We can't be good providers without that opportunity. I take a lot of pride in that because I've been able to see firsthand how much that has grown, how many more opportunities the students going through the program now have.
Partnerships are key to an expanding research portfolio, a major pillar of the university's growing reputation. Government and industry players, for example, invest resources in supporting work at RIT's Golisano Institute for Sustainability. The Institute's approach to academics and applied research targets the solutions to complex sustainability issues.
It's just great to be here in this university to have all these people really focused on promoting this environmental friendly solution. Nobody will be able to move forward in their projects if they will not have somebody in the leadership as the President Destler to help us to achieve our goals and sustainable related projects.
During the past decade, RIT's focus on sustainability has achieved LEED certification for a half-dozen new campus facilities. And RIT is achieving increased global influence, leveraging new opportunities at its campuses in China, Croatia, Kosovo, and Dubai, all while engaging a rapidly growing community of Tigers, including more than 120,000 alumni worldwide. Back at home, the innovations cultivated on campus are bearing fruit for the greater Rochester community and beyond. Take the eagerly anticipated Magic Spell Studios. The facility is destined to put RIT at the epicenter of the region's digital media industry. That means new jobs and a compelling reason for creative minds to stay in the area.
I've learned that taking time to recognize those that have helped you along the way is one of the most important and grounding things you can do.
Alumnus Austin McCord knows all about the impact of creating jobs. He dreamed up the idea for Datto, his fast-rising tech firm, while navigating his student experience at RIT. Years later, he returned to campus as a member of the President's Roundtable and eventually the Board of Trustees.
Actually, Dr. Destler was the one that proposed that Datto open an office in Rochester.
Initially, the company took up residence inside RIT's downtown center. Today, Datto is expanding its operations to a prominent office tower just blocks away, adding hundreds of local jobs and contributing to a growing innovation cluster in the center city.
It felt like we could make the stars align, so it was worth a shot, and so yeah, we decided to do it. Seeing the impact that we've had in the city with that is also just incredibly rewarding.
And speaking of impact,
Collie fires, scores!
The evolution of RIT athletics continues to invigorate campus life. Shane Matalora sees it from different perspectives. The assistant coach for RIT women's hockey was formerly a goalie for the men's team. That same team who, in the dark of night, returned to campus having punched its ticket for the NCAA Frozen Four.
It was crazy. People were like rushing the bus as soon as the door opens. That was very unexpected. Coming back from Albany and then just seeing, I think there was a couple thousand people there, students and just fans from the community itself.
And leading the cheers was RIT hockey's #1 fan.
Just having them there that early in the morning, celebrating and supporting us was an amazing experience.
Capitalizing on the team's success, the university launched a plan to construct a new arena. Today, the Gene Policini Center is among the top venues in college hockey and one of the president's favorite hangouts.
You see him every game now, walking around with his RIT jersey. He stole my number 1. I'm not happy about that, but it's okay, I'll let him take it.
When it comes to student athletes, President Destler's support extends beyond hockey.
One of my favorite memories is when I had my recognition for my accomplishments. And that day, Dr. Destler came in too, and he personally congratulated me and said, "Congratulations on your achievement down in National, and you make us proud." And knowing that he came made me feel like he really cared about all the athletes all over the campus.
As for issues that directly affect student life, President Destler's desire to engage on a one-to-one level earns him the reputation of the student's president. As president of student government, Andrea Shaver learned a great deal by sharing the mantle of leadership and collaborating on multiple initiatives. She says her time with President Destler is made more special knowing they share this time of transition.
It's cool that we'll graduate together, essentially. This has been a very special year. I'm like getting to know him and then having these experiences and then knowing at the end of the year when I walk this stage, like that's gonna be a really emotional moment for him as well.
And for all that he's achieved, Students insist the president's legacy rests most noticeably upon his sheer ability to relate.
I mean, what other president of a college, of a major college, do you know that actively has a mixtape? Dr. Destler has an amazing banjo mixtape. When you talk about engaging with students, that is an example of clearly knowing the demographic that you're working with and doing things to show them that though I'm in this position and though I'm leading and guiding you all, I identify with you. And I think it really helps him as he tries to really create a community to let students know that I care about you.
Seeing him on move-in day, going around in a polo and a golf cart and just helping people move in was big. It showed me that he wasn't the type of person that felt like he was above anyone else. He was willing to get down in there with you and help you out. He actually cares. That's the biggest part of it.
Even walking down the quarter mile, asking for a selfie, like, that means so much to students that he's willing to take a selfie with them or give them a high five. I think it's special.
Imagine, if you can, a university without the far-reaching influence of President Bill Destler. Members of the RIT community stand grateful that they don't need to.